Hello, welcome. Hello, it is Friday, Funny Friday, and every Friday is a regular feature of Live with Lorielle New called Funny Friday, where we share jokes to put everybody in a good mood for the weekend. So I hope you have some jokes to share with everybody. PG rated jokes, please. If you have a joke, please write it in the write the joke and the answer in the chat column, and I will try to read it and not destroy it. And and so let me say hello to everybody. Hello, Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Jesus and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Lucky Girl and Fairies Lover and Angie Jonas and Bill Nouse and Scott Kimmis and Sturgis Guy and Jim Dandy. Thank you for checking in. And St. Clinton and N1QOV and Red Stapler and Witch of Capri. Thank you for checking in. And Wing Doggy. Let me make sure I haven't missed anyone. And Nick STB Clan. Hi, nice to meet you. What part of the world are you from, Nick? New guy. I do this show every weekday, Monday through Friday at 5:15 Los Angeles time. If you want to know more about me, you can go to my website, loriellenew.com, and there's links there for Twitter. If you're not already following me on Twitter, please do. That's where I put schedule changes, upcoming announcements. Hello! Hi, Angie Jonas. So I hope everybody's getting ready for, and it's so nice and sunny and beautiful out today in Los Angeles. Hello! I'm getting ready for a good weekend. I hope you are too. And it's been a lot of crazy stuff in the news today. So Funny Friday to try to put everybody in a good mood for the weekend. Oh, good, Alara. Alara has the first joke of the day. Woohoo! Teacher says, how many seconds are in a year? And the student says, 12. And the teacher says, really? How do you figure that? And the student says, January 2nd, February 2nd, March 2nd. Ah! 12. And hello, everybody on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, just remember there is lag, about a minute-long lag. So hello. Hello. Let me sit back a little. So, woohoo! I missed the intro. Hi, Angie. Angie, I heard you coming. I heard bells and whistles. I heard this giant commotion of bells and whistles. It's Angie Jonas, arrived with bells and whistles on. Thank you for checking in. Great to see you, Angie. Awesome to see you. Angie said she was going to be here with bells and whistles. Woohoo! Angie says she's pissed off. She's like, no, don't worry about it, Angie. You're just on time, exactly on time. It takes a while to get all the bells and whistles on. You're done and you're out of here. Why, what's wrong, Angie? Woohoo! So hello to everybody on YouTube, Philip and Sam and anyone who's watching. Thank you for checking in. So it's Funny Friday, where we share jokes to put everyone in a good mood for the weekend. And Angie, it sounds like you need a joke. It sounds like you need a joke doctor to the rescue. This sounds like you need our old faithful joke. You need a tried and true old faithful joke. How many kids with ADHD does it take to change a light bulb? You already know the answer! Let's go play with bikes! Anyway. What? Wing Doggy says 2:15 a.m. He drove himself to the hospital for a kidney stone. That does not sound like very much fun. Hi, Shaka. Alert has another joke. The teacher says, Kenny, students using the word archaic. And the student says, we all know we can't have archaic and eat it too. Ah! I'm a firm believer in having your cake and eating it too. Eat the cake. Eat the cake. That's got Kimmis. I changed it up a little bit. Let's go play with Bite. So a penguin is driving through the desert, Andrew Jonas. And suddenly he sees smoke pouring out of his car. And he's in the middle of nowhere. Luckily, he sees a sign down the road next to tiny little town, 1 mile. Whew! He's able to coast barely into the edge of town where there's a little teeny garage mechanic shop. He pulls in with the smoke billowing out of his car and he says, ah! Can you fix it? And the mechanic says, oh, give me an hour to take a look at it. So the penguin, in the middle of the desert, goes walking around the tiny little town and comes across an ice cream store. Woohoo! Ice cream in the desert. So the penguin goes in, orders the house special, the giant 32 flavor ice cream plate, eats it all up, nom, 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 nom. Oh, feels so much better. He realizes his hour is up and he walks back to the mechanic shop to find out how his car is doing, and he walks up to the mechanic and says, hey, did you figure out what the problem is? And the mechanic turns and looks at him and says, looks like you blew a seal. And the penguin goes, no, it's ice cream! That's got Kimmis. My favorite joke in the world. Actually, the only joke I can ever remember. How many directors does it take to screw in a light bulb? The real question is, how did he get in the light bulb with that hot blonde? How many executive producers does it take to screw in a light bulb? None! Executive producers don't screw in light bulbs, they screw in hot tubs. How many construction crew guys does it take to screw in the light bulb? 2. One to hold it and another to hammer it in. It's in. Alira has another joke. Why did the candle go insane? Birthday burnout. It was one of those magic candles that keeps coming back on. Hi, David Jones. So I hope the weather is nice wherever you are. I want to send out condolences. There was another church, not to bring the mood down, but there was another horrible shooting at a high school. Some freshman high school kid got upset about something and flipped out and brought a gun to school and started shooting people. Bad stuff. Don't do that, kids. Oh, here's a great one. Alyssa, here's a joke. Who wears a black mask, rides a horse, and always smells great? The Cologne Ranger! The Cologne Ranger! And his trusty sidekick Tester. Hi, Wing Doggy. Thank you for checking in. Great to see you, my dear. Now, is the I hope it's working on. Can you hear everyone hear and see everything okay on YouTube? It has been a noisy day today. Sirens and stuff all day long. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's been very noisy. Woohoo! So it's Funny Friday, where we share jokes to put everybody in a good mood for the weekend. So I hope you have some jokes. And can you believe it? It is already 1 week from Halloween. 1 week from November. What the hell would happen to this year? 1 week to Halloween and November. How is that possible? 1 month to Thanksgiving. How is that possible? Start getting your Thanksgiving food recipes together now. You got 1 month. 1 month to get planned and organized. It's a boom, boom, boom. Halloween's in a week. 3 weeks later is Thanksgiving. A month later is Christmas. Wait, Allura says their Thanksgiving dinner is November 6th. Isn't that like 2 weeks early? At least. Wait, what day is Thanksgiving? Like the 24th, right? It's like 3 weeks early, practically. I don't think they can actually call that Thanksgiving, can they? Let's just call it like solstice. A solstice dinner. Oh, because they cook for it, so they have to do a whole bunch of buildings, yeah. Holiday solstice dinner celebration. You got the short straw, Allura. First one. Oh, and David Jones is taking fandom to new heights. He is watching in stereo. He's watching on his phone, and he's watching on his laptop. Woohoo! That's right. You should all use all of your various devices and watch the show. Put me on in stereo. Put me on your big screen TV, your laptop, your computer, your phone. Angie says Thanksgiving is on the 27th of November. That's crazy. That Laura says she can't. What happened with Amazon, Laura? Oh, good. Well, you figured out your plan for your neighbor to buy yours. Oh, and you got a surprise $11 discount. Everybody likes a discount. Woohoo! Everybody likes, yeah. Everybody likes a discount. So it's Funny Friday, where we share jokes to put everybody in a good mood for the weekend. Well, that sounds like a great deal, Laura. So I hope you have some jokes to share with everybody. How many... Oh, good, Laura. How many set decorators does it take to change a light bulb? Does it have to be a light bulb? Because I've got this really neat globe thing in the truck we could use. Ah! How many on-set medics does it take to change a light bulb? 1, but it's an 8-hour minimum. How many entertainment lawyers does it take to screw in a light bulb? What's your budget? It's Funny Friday, where we share jokes to put everyone in a good mood for the weekend. So I hope you have some jokes. Woo-hoo! And I hope everybody's doing good. I have a nice weekend planned. Very happy. Woohoo! My sweetie. My sweetie was out of town. Coming back. Allure has another joke. Teacher says, I just swallowed. Student says, teacher, I just swallowed my favorite fountain pen. Teacher says, well, then you may finish your test with your pencil. Oh, no getting out of that test. No matter how many times you try the I swallowed my pen routine. Yeah. Not getting out of the test. The teacher just doesn't care. All right, use a pencil. Larry says that's as bad as your dog eating. Yeah, dogs don't eat homework. They eat shoes. Everybody knows dogs eat shoes. Not homework. Shoes and occasionally dirty underwear. Always embarrassing. Anyone who has a dog knows what I'm talking about. Come home. Bring somebody home to your house. Suddenly, you walk in. All of your dirty underwear has been spread about the house by your dog. Thank you! Why'd you do that? Where's it? Yeah. Dogs like stinky clothes because it smells like you. You know, they smell butts. Better than a handshake. David Jones says, what happens if the teacher's dog ate your homework? Okay, David Jones, why would you be at your teacher's house? Had enough. I have had it up to here with teachers in the news hooking up with their students. I don't care if you're a boy or a girl. What the hell? Stop that. It's inappropriate. All these teachers out there who keep hooking up with the students, you know they can't keep their mouth shut. Even if you think it's awesome, don't do that. You're going to lose your job and be branded as a sexual predator for the rest of your life. Don't do that. You think you read the paper and you know that everyone else has gotten caught. Don't do that. Oh, speaking of sexual predators, yeah. This has got to go down in the history of bad decisions and poor parenting. The Honey Boo Boo show has been canceled. I was never a fan of the show. I do not think they live a very healthy lifestyle. The show has been canceled because Honey Boo Boo's mother apparently, and she denies it, she says that it is not true and somebody used an old picture to sell a story to make a quick buck from a tabloid. But the network has already completely canceled the show, even though they have shot the entire next season already. They're taking a loss, which means they must think they must have reason to believe it's true, because they're taking a money loss. This is a show that was actually making them money. They already spent money to produce the whole show, and they canceled it. Apparently, her former boyfriend from 10 years ago went to prison for 8 years for child molesting one of her relatives. Child molesting an 8-year-old. Went to prison for 8 years or 10 years for child molesting, forcing an 8-year-old to have oral sex with him. Apparently, she is now being accused of restarting that relationship with this convicted, just fresh out of prison child molester who molested her relative. If that is true, that would be the worst parenting decision ever. And not only that, but the entire show has been canceled. She says it is not true. She denies the claim. I guess we will find out in the next few days what is going on with that. But David, yes. Well, the Honey Boo Boo show, they're not so healthy as far as nutrition. But yeah, so let's hope that that's not true. I hope everything works out and it's not true. and that the mother is not getting re-involved with this convicted child molester, since she does have about 5 kids. Yeah. And must be really good for the poor, her relative who was molested, who was 8 at the time, would be about 18 now. The last thing this person wants to see is the creep who molested them when they were a little kid out of jail and back hanging out with family. No. Angie says, why would anyone do that? Yeah, Angie, exactly. And their entire show has been canceled. They shot the entire thing, canceled. It's serious stuff. David Jones says he hasn't seen the show, but he thought the premise of the entire show was all about bad parenting decisions. It's true. There's a few of those. Yeah. Oh well. I suppose it'll all work out. Anyhow, I don't want to talk too much about other people's business because actually, well, that's what their whole show was about, their business. So. Linda says she thought it was about kids' beauty pageants. No, it started. That is how we originally met the Honey Boo Boo. When in the beginning there was a show about little kids, a reality show about little kids' beauty pageants, and the little Honey Boo Boo girl was one of the kids in the show, Toddlers and Tiaras. Who at the time she was probably like 4 or something. She was already a little pudgy. And her mother got a lot of people made a lot of noise because her mother was feeding her. They called it go-go juice, which was like a mix of like Mountain Dew and Jolt, a whole bunch of caffeinated Red Bull, hyper caffeinated mix of sodas, which she would give to the 4-year-old. You know what that? Ah! So the little kid, before they were going on to do the performance, would be like, ah! Angie says that Mountain Dew and Red Bull, yes, which would turn the 4-year-old into a ball of spastic energy, and she would go and perform. Anyhow, they decided they liked the family because they were so interesting. It was a cute little kid, even though she was kind of fat and crazy. So that's how they started the whole show. But within a year or so, Honey Boo Boo wasn't doing any more pageanting because she got too old and probably a little too big for all of that stuff. And they just ended up making their show about the whole family. There's a bunch of other kids and the whole extended family. Yes, they're kind of like the opposite of the Kardashians, in that they kind of emphasized how unsophisticated they were and kind of unhealthy, and people kind of liked them because they seemed more real and less pretentious, and maybe more relatable because they were all kind of fat and sloppy and eating junk food, as opposed to, watching a show with people with Rolls Royces and private jets. So it was a family reality show. It was like the redneck version of the Kardashians. So it's been very popular, and it's been on the air for, 4 years maybe? So they were They were the low-budget Kardashian family. But no, that sounds like it is over. Anyhow, I am just about to sign off, but I want to thank you guys for coming to see me because yeah, well, I'm not a big fan of the Kardashians either, to be honest. They're more sophisticated, and they've got a lot more money, and they present themselves better, but is there really that much difference? Yeah. All right, so I'm just about to sign off, but let me say goodbye to everybody. Laura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and T-Sess and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Starraven and Angie Jonas and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Bill Nouse and Scott Kimmis and Azure Yusuf and The Cram and Marcel and Sturgis Guy and Jim Dandy and Philip and Sam and St. Clinton and N1QOV. Or maybe it's N1Gov. Maybe it's N1Geo. I'm not sure. David Jones. Make sure. Fairy Lover and Lucky Girl. And Doggy. Scott Kimmis. All right, I am just about to sign off with kisses for everyone. I love you. I love you. Bye. Thank you. Have an awesome weekend. I will see you on Monday. Bye.